The tone you might be able to hear is coming from a couple of small cheap speakers that I hooked up to this JCPenney all-in-one stereo from 1981 that I bought at the estate sale. When you buy things at an estate sale, all this old consumer electronics, you have to assume it's not going to work when you get it home, and sure enough, most of this does not work. But it's still kind of interesting. First thing I noticed is that the power button, when I plugged it in, it's on. Power button does not turn it off. And let's see, we have our AM/FM stereo, 8-track player, and cassette player.
Together, okay? Yeah, you know this one, right? You gotta do the box.
The stereo indicator light.
Over the head. You gotta do the punches. All right, here we go. You ready? Here we go. 3, 2.
Really sounds okay.
Comes alive at midnight.
Lisa's talking about. So specifically, she's asking, how do I deal with this defiant 18-year-old who?
And we can have FM, AM.
Walker, and we had them on the ropes, on the road, in their building, with everybody watching on national.
Protection, Garrett.
Have played really well under Stevens against good teams.
Yeah.
And they tend to step up.
So we have our main control dials. It's like the AM, FM, phono, or auxiliary. There's inputs in the back. Our 8-track or our cassette. We have a balance, volume, treble, and bass. Headphone jack, double microphone inputs, and our cassette player. These are my favorite type of cassette keys. Over here we have our program for the 8-track. I don't think it'll advance without a track in it, and it eats tapes, so I'm not going to put one in there. I did find out that it eats the 8-track tapes. And the power switch, which, like I say, seems to always be on. PLL, what's that? Phase loop locked, something like that. AM/FM stereo receiver, cassette recorder, and 8-track player. And we have our turntable that we'll take a look at in a minute. The turntable is frozen, so it doesn't work. So what I got is I got a unit that has a good working AM/FM radio and a cassette player that works. Where's my cassette function?
Soon as I can see Jesus, tell him all about my trouble. Put on my robe and glory.
Fast forward.
Ready, burning, gonna
The display behind on the tuning dial is not lighted, and there's no lights on the cassette player. But the cassette player actually sounds pretty good and operates pretty well. Let's look at the phono and the auxiliary for a minute. Alright, our turntable is a standard BSR 3-speed turntable, but it's frozen. Probably just needs new lubricant. Cartridge and needle. It's seem to have some life left in them. We have storage for 8 tracks and cassettes. The dust cover is a little bit scratched up and not too bad, and it has a logo on it. Looks like kind of a stylized S. Don't exactly know what that's all about. Alright, besides the front, which is like fake brushed aluminum or chrome, the rest of the unit is wood grainish, fake. And around back we have our auxiliary inputs to hook something else up to. Speakers, 8 ohms, our antenna connections. You can use the internal one, which it's hooked up to now, or attach your own. And over here is some of the pertinent information. So this is the model 683 1769, and 50 watts, and there's a date code down here, C109, so I'm assuming that's 1981, and probably the September or the 9th week, I'm not sure. But I did do some research on the internet and showed that this was out in 1981. The cassette tape was in it when I got it. That's when we heard earlier. Marked as the Gaither Vocal Band. Well, so much for this estate sale, all-in-one 1981 unit from JCPenney. Not good enough for me to keep, and it's way too big for anything. So I'll probably donate this here in the next day or two to one of the church or other thrift stores around here. Well, thanks for watching. Bye.